Transcript for LA Times releases audio of Roy Moore's offhand comment on slavery. Now to Roy Moore and the Alabama Senate race. For weeks the White House has been asked whether President Trump will travel the campaign for Roy Moore. The president throwing his support behind Moore, saying, "I like a fighter, go get them, Roy." The president making an appearance not far from where he's been campaigning, right across the border in Florida, where many voters will see the president on their local news. Here's Tom Lamas tonight. Mr. President, can you talk about Roy Moore? Reporter tonight. The president is heading to Florida, but Alabama is likely on his mind. Earlier the president tweeting, "Vote Roy Moore," saying last thing the Make America Great Again agenda needs is a liberal Democrat in the Senate. But tonight Moore's own comments about that Make America Great Again message facing new scrutiny. At a rally in September, Moore described a time when he thought America was great. A time before the Civil War. The Los Angeles Times now releasing the audio. "I think it was great at the time when families were united. Even though we had slavery, they cared for one another. People were strong in the families. Our families were strong, our country had a direction, and we corrected many of the problems." Reporter Moore's campaign went on to say slavery was one of those problems. His campaign telling me, "Of course the judge opposes slavery. This is 8 women accuse him of a range of inappropriate UAL behavior. 2 say he usually assaulted them when they were teenagers. Beverly Young Nelson tells me Moore attacked her in his car when he was in his 30s and she was just 16. He was trying to pull me toward in between his legs. It was terrible." Reporter Moore denies all the accusations and denies even knowing Nelson. She says she has proof that Moore signed her high school yearbook. The campaign says it's a forgery. Today Nelson acknowledges she wrote the date, name of the restaurant, and letters down next to Moore's signature. She says she did it to remind herself of who Roy Moore was and where and when Moore signed the yearbook. Reporter, "But to be clear, Beverly, he signed your yearbook." "He did sign it." Reporter, "And you made some notes underneath?" "Yes." Reporter, she says she stands by her story. 100%. Tom Lamas with us tonight. Tom, Alabama voters headed to the polls on Tuesday. Reporter, "That's right, David. And millions of dollars are pouring in for both in-state and out-of-state." Doug Jones, the Democrat campaigned hard across the state. Roy Moore banking on the support from the president. Tom Lamas, thank you. This transcript has been automatically generated and may not be 100% accurate.